Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the next episode of The Wire. This is Season 5, Episode 7 of the final season, titled Took. Took? Took what? No idea. So, you know how we do it here on the channel, guys. I don't look at the description. I don't look at nothing. I mean, outside of whatever I have to click on, outside of the thumbnail, I try to be as blind as possible. Or, I take my best guess as to what this episode could be about, but the last episode is shit. Things are just kind of moving forward with everything. Lester and McNulty, they just have to just keep pushing the envelope a little bit. Keep crossing that line, you know what I mean? Bunk is basically all but throwing his hands up and basically ratted them out, but he's all but done that. I just don't know how far we can actually keep pushing this until we actually kind of get caught up, because not only are we lying ourselves, but we know that what's his name, Scott or whatever, is lying over at the Baltimore Sun. So I'm just eager to hop into this. When you ever have that feeling of I cannot wait to just sit back and watch to see what happens next on the show. That's like me right now. I'm like super excited to hop into this, especially now that I know that we're like closing in on the finale. I know that the season's 10 episodes long, so I don't know. I'm very eager to hop into this, but before I do want to say, if you guys want to hop on over to Patreon, there you can find the full-length, uncut, unedited reactions, as well as early access to everything else you see here on the channel, as well as exclusive reactions. So if the YouTube highlights aren't enough for you, hop on over to Patreon. So, of course, if you can't support me over there, you can always support me right here. Like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Now let's stop talking. Hop in, have a good time, discuss afterwards. All right, guys. Let's do it. Here we go.
Now they're online.
This is masked as Marlowe's cell number. How the fuck? How?
It's really basic shit.
Wow. I mean, okay. Bunch of techno mumbo jumbo, if you ask me.
Now, stick to the script. We don't want any telltales. You're exposed here.
This is so illegal.
Templeton. Hey, you. How did you get off?
You signal twist. Sexual.
I'm not sexual with them. I'm not abusive with them.
How dare you write that in your paper?
What? Whoa. Hang on.
Yeah, she come by you.
You like that, Scotty?
Yeah, this is Holly. Baltimore homicide. I need a trap and trace. Cell phone is in use right now.
Okay, hang on. Who? Where are you?
Well, here's what's happening now. You humiliate me like that. Listen to me, smack daddy, crack daddy, little baby, whack daddy.
Here's what's happening.
Gus is going to be like, this is bullshit. But he has no choice but to believe it.
Don't hang up. Can we? Oh, shit. Did you get McNulty?
That's his voicemail.
Oh, Christ. That was him. Again.
Again. Yeah. That sick fuck.
All units, be advised that we're looking for a 1030 individual on a cell phone.
Anyone on a phone?
Negative.
Not that I saw, just some people moving through, but it could be anybody.
Get everybody up in this area now.
Stop!
Get your hands on the ground now.
What the fuck?
Everybody over there and get their cell phone.
Are you proud of yourselves? This is insane. This is insane.
Holy Christ. When you walk through the garden.
This is so ridiculous. I love it. This shit is hilarious. It was him. Again. I love this show so much. Down t-shirt in law school.
So are we partners or what?
No, Clay. If you want Billy Murphy on your case, you got to pay to put him there.
But you asking for me to pay a winner's fee right up front, and you know what? I ain't a winner yet. 25,000. 25,000 more when you see the jury.
I don't work that way.
I know you don't.
200,000 when I get you out from under this mess. Don't even think about fucking me out of a single part of that fee.
Oh, Billy, you talking
200,000.
I'm disappointed. Shit, partner, you should be paying me a fee. Seriously, dog. For 20,000 cash to my campaign committee, I'll get myself indicted federal. Fuck you? No, son, I'm gonna make you.
Why don't you save that silver tongue bullshit for the jury?
And emotionally, how was he? He sounded pissed. Did he sound like the same guy? What do you mean? Did it sound like the same voice you heard in the first call? Oh, right. Yeah. No, actually. I mean, yeah, it was the same, but this time I noticed he had a real thick Baltimore accent. You didn't notice that the first time, huh? I guess I did, but I forgot. Did I screw up in any way? No, not at all. The fact is, we need as many eyes as we can looking for this homeless guy. You don't know where this guy is, huh? He could already be a victim, sure. Jesus.
You had to have used a different phone, though. Had to have been a cell phone if he sent you these.
We're trying to get up on that cell phone. What should I do if he calls again? Keep him on the line as long as you can. Don't spook him. Guy likes to rent, let him do his thing. Gentlemen, thanks for these.
Never mind my emotional trauma. Gus is like, this is such bullshit.
Got time for this. 3 other time we come do, we still ain't picked up the man at all.
Yeah, I want more of this. I want to see like what's Omar's next play? Oh, I'm guessing this is it. Yeah, don't go in there. Why would you go inside? You know there's... Oh. Tied up?
Omar! Why you still alive then?
He say, tell Marlo, he out in the streets waiting.
He get stashed?
Yo, Cherry, he blew Manny up as soon as he got inside. He was gonna do me too.
How the fuck he get inside?
Man, he knew we was the stash. Ain't need to be told shit. He just knew.
4 Kia Raw. Flushed.
Hey, yo, Cherry, you gonna untie me, right?
You know what I haven't heard Jimmy say? The fuck did I do? This season's not canon.
Look at you. Let's go. We're going large Richard on McNulty's serial killer.
Are you gonna... No, you're not.
I'm working my cases.
Ooh.
The mayor is spewing over this thing. I'm not going.
Oh.
What, you don't see those on my sleeve? Plain as fucking day, bro.
I'm doing police work here. Fuck your big dick red ball. If you can't work with that, then just write me the fuck up and ship my ass to a trial board.
Damn.
So the case file is McNulty, with the rest of his squad as immediate support.
McNulty's...
In addition to Alma and Scott, Oleska will have a column coming. Fletcher, I want you on Homeless React. Also, interviews with advocates and experts talking up the problem.
Greggs, I've been scanning the casework, and I note that while there have been numerous field interviews and canvasses, we haven't done much with background work on victims and families. If you could take charge of that, we need to be in the street, proactive. This case is as much about preventing another abduction or murder as it is about making an arrest.
We need to be in the street at eye level.
We need to keep the media as part of the equation. This reporter that's been contacted, he's in the middle of it. That may be a way to solve this thing.
You're in the middle of this now.
Now, McNulty's preliminary checks with shelter workers and the canvas of Conway and Charles indicates that our victim is indeed missing. But when we get a full ID, we need to run every connection to make sure this isn't a hoax. And having had some experience in the politics of staffing, I leave it to McNulty to pick the people.
So let's surround this mess and report the hell out.
This one's got legs.
I'm now told by the mayor directly that there will be no overtime restrictions, no staffing limits on this case. So put this case down.
Thank you, McNulty.
Time out.
The fuck did I do? If we don't know, then you do.
Why?
Yo, don't forget about Bug.
These new developments in the case of the homeless slayings in our city are troubling and tragic and unacceptable. We are endeavoring to protect other homeless citizens, and we are pursuing the suspect with every means at our disposal.
Great turnout.
And let me be unequivocal, this man will be brought to justice. Thank you.
McNulty behind bars would be quite the ending. Fuck did I do? McNulty and Lester? I don't know. I don't want Lester to
Voice and digital photos. He calls again, you'll capture either one.
Jay,
Jimmy, you are the point man on the motherfucker who's now missing. You don't have time to be working backgrounds on the older cases. It goes to Greg, end of fucking story. Now.
Bunk is...
What else do you need?
Get out of my face.
I'm gonna need those surveillance teams as this thing sprawls, but for right now, let me just pull this guy's ID.
Voice analysis of the call.
Shit, I don't believe in that shit. Next thing I know, you want me to go to fucking Quantico with this fucking thing.
As a matter of fact, you don't believe in behavioral forensics, Dr. Moreland?
I don't believe in much of anything at this point.
Well, it doesn't fucking matter what any of us believe at this point. Turn on the fucking tap.
Hmm.
They're finally paying for police work again.
Proud of yourselves?
We're close to a week or two at most.
How does it feel?
You've been saying that for like a month, man.
I don't even want to know whose picture you got running in the paper or where that motherfucker actually happens to be.
Gift wrapped.
Number one.
It's fucked up. It's all fucked up, okay? I can make a red go to black except for these cheap motherfuckers.
Well, what do you got? I got more bodies than I can use on my serial thing. Let me make a call. Hook you up with 2 tack guys. You tell them you're sitting on a 20 that I gave you. I'll write up the hours under my file.
And you can do that.
Go with God.
Okay, Santa Jimmy. This is all gonna come crashing down, isn't it? Ooh, what's...
Can you make out who that is?
Yeah.
Look at you. Not even blinking. Not that I blame you. After what this heinous motherfucker did to you. Still, this right here is vicious. I mean, whoever did this had a real time. Now, you know what I'm saying? I know it wasn't you. You don't have the physicality to do this kind of damage. Whoever did this had to be a full-grown and powerful individual, a fearsome individual. You see what I'm saying?
You the murder police. How the fuck would I know?
You see what I have a problem with, right? I mean, the first person is one thing. I know he needs to put himself in the story.
It's essential.
But this business about him being out there day and night with the homeless. I mean, this stuff about sharing the, quote, darkest corners with them, unquote.
He's writing more as an essayist.
Stuff that Scott's written. It makes it sound like he's been living with the homeless for weeks.
I respect your concerns. I'll take the piece and move it as my own edit. How's that?
Kate.
How much longer, Lester?
If Marla has a code, we can break the code.
That's a given.
How long? Depends on the code, doesn't it?
So not a week or two. TBD.
And shut it down, the safer we'll all be. I mean, Lance
No.
fucking Quantico. The FBI do a profile.
You might learn something about yourself.
That's funny.
This shit's bigger than I ever thought it would be. The whole fucking city.
Yeah, it's getting out of control.
Yeah,
Who would have thought?
No. I don't need an academy class to help with a canvas near this guy's corners. Well, I don't need any additional canvas. When I have more leads, Sergeant, I'll be able to use the extra manpower you give me and run this shit down. But until then, when you back off, Jay, just back the fuck off. Jesus. Get me out of this, Lester, as fast as you can.
I'll be like, can you get someone to help Lester do whatever he's doing? Because he's just like he's just chilling, just like.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe I have my day in court, and I will see you inside.
Okay. Smile quickly disappeared.
Heard you're still with Christensen. Let him go on his own case while you carry him and 2 surveillance teams. Your shit is right, Jimmy.
Thanks.
Remember the rape murder I had? Bolton Hill job?
Santa Jimmy.
I get a road card expenses, I can put it down.
Okay, give my CC the motor pool. I'll bury the expenses in the OT in my file.
Thanks, brother.
Punk has had it.
King of Diamonds.
Big Dick Jimmy.
And with every single transaction you've described, Detective, the money routed to the senator's personal account and then withdrawn as cash.
Yes, sir.
Often in the same amounts.
Often the exact amounts, but always within a day of the initial deposit.
Thank you, Detective Freeman. Your Honor, no further questions.
How does Clay Davis get out of this? Does he get out of this? Okay. Alright, he's serving now.
You got a number? What? You get a number, I might can find you a seat mac and cheese today.
No, I'm a newspaper reporter. Came down here just to hang out and get with some homeless people. Hey, you're not
homeless? No, I'm down in my sister's basement over in Evanston Village. What do you need the homeless to say?
What you need them to say?
Talk about the killings. Thing going on with the serial killer, but mostly I'm just looking for a story about what it's like for them.
Hard times out here.
Can't imagine.
Telling Bub's story would be interesting. He has quite a lot to say.
Mike Fletcher.
Okay.
Here it is.
Okay, so what's actually happening right now?
The hell is that? Meet at 5:50?
But what does the second hand mean?
Was Senator Davis aware of your criminal record?
Yes, sir.
And yet he gave you a job. The testimony you gave about returning the money you earned at the senator's charities, you repaid it to the senator in cash, correct?
Every time.
So there's no proof that the senator ever received that money.
I guess not.
You guess not.
I guess not.
Is it fair to say that testifying against Senator Davis ensures that you will not yourself go to jail?
Goddamn right. Oh, shit. Sorry. Okay, my bad, Judge. Sorry.
Mr. Price, do you expect this jury to take the word of a twice convicted felon?
What can I say? Y'all can play it like it feel and leave me be.
Yeah, I don't get it. He hasn't moved off this spot for an hour and a half.
I'm asking you for hours to stake this asshole out. Spot me and Garvey. 3 nights. And the case is fucking down.
I can give you 2 nights.
If he hits on the third.
1 night.
Okay. 2 nights.
Put my CC number on the OT slips, and you give those to
It's
Jay.
cool. I know the drill.
He does this before.
You're doing good here, boss.
Did you just call me?
The
hell is that?
Office reports. Families of your victims debriefed in full.
Boss.
Rough, huh?
I'm sitting there explaining to the salt of the fucking earth by their eldest why he met his end being bit on and fucked with by some sick motherfucker who used him for jerk-off purposes.
More ways than one.
You gotta run. Got shit to assemble. You didn't tell me that part of it, did you, motherfucker?
Thanks for bringing me here, man. Show me around.
Nah.
I was gonna say, don't insult him like that.
Sure.
Just body like it feels.
Just like what Gus told him. Wow. To walk among them. What a hero.
Gus Haynes in the flesh. More of it, maybe.
You know him too?
Did
I know that?
Homicide, brother. Now it's the Western. Speaking of hiding out, when'd you stop coming around? Last I saw you was...
Well, I'm not running the districts anymore. I'm an editor now, so.
Then you can afford to buy a rail.
So he used to be a cop? Running the districts. Okay. I kind of want to see what it would be like with Gus as a cop. Here we go.
I see you at the stash house, yo. Ain't used to be with them Barksdale boys. What they call you, yo?
Savino.
I remember that name. I don't remember the face, though.
You ain't never moved no dope. You was always muscle, as I recall. Now you muscling for Marlowe, huh?
I wasn't there. When he did the old man like that, I wasn't there.
Well, I know who was there. So you innocent, huh? What you was gonna do if you was there, huh? Riddle me that. Yeah. You know what, yo?
Oh! Damn! I didn't think he was gonna do that. Ooh.
We gotta talk.
So what's going on?
It's definitely a code. Definitely not having much to do with time. We're at a point where I'm gonna need more bodies.
Jesus, come on, man. This shit is hell of annoying. Like, right now, this is annoying.
Bad news?
It's all around the office that I'm giving out hours and money to people who work other cases. I can't help it, Lester. It's the kind of person I am. Give me.
You know,
Fuck you.
Well, you're gonna get shit on you. On us.
Who's gonna complain? Guys are working cases and getting paid.
You give and give and give.
7 men.
Jesus.
No, 8. In cars. Anyone in the districts we trust?
Let me think on that.
Carver?
Yo, so you talked to Chris, right? What'd he say?
He ain't say shit. No, ain't say a fucking word to no police.
And you heard what Lil Jamo said to the juvenile master? Lady asked him, like, yo, you got a record? He said, yeah, bitch, I got a record. My record so long, I'm about to put out an album.
Oh, shit.
Put that down, youngin'. Know who I am.
Damn.
You make sure you tell the boss man that you know who it is dropped Savino last night. You tell that man I'ma drop all his muscle so he get the heart to come down to the street and dance. You gonna remember all that, Sweet Pea?
Oh, did he not recognize?
Damn, Savino dead, yo.
Shit, man. If you would have made me from Monk's apartment the other night,
I was about to say, you'd be
I
dead.
laid out my own self.
I'm surprised.
Easy as a motherfucker.
You're lucky he didn't recognize you. I thought you were dead right there. I thought he was gonna be like, you know what? Bam.
And at the end of the day, not one penny stayed with me.
I need you to do better than that, Senator. Where are your records?
Records?
Yes, records. For example, this check for $11,000.
That was last winter, right? So, some went to pay everyone's BGE, because half my district was gonna have the heat turned off. And then some went for puff jackets for them that got children in need. Let me tell you something, man. My neck of the woods, it's a jungle out there. Everybody living hand to mouth, improvising, hustling, make do with as little as you can imagine.
Yeah, more with less.
Hell, and Fear Factor? Oh, shit. Don't even get me started.
Forgive me, but I still don't understand how that justifies...
Let me tell you something, brother. I don't know how they do it out in Roland Park, but my world is strictly cash and carry, and I am Clay Davis. My people need something, they know where to find me. Let me tell you, brother, I step out the door, hit the corner of Mosier and Pennsylvania, you better believe my pockets are bulging. But by the time I get to Robert Street...
Objection! Objection, Your Honor!
He's funny, I'll say that much.
You give me 20,000 for a basketball and an air pump, I am pulling goodly on that for whoever comes at me. And excuse me if I didn't ask that old arthritis woman for a receipt. So I don't have to be up here in this box right now explaining to folks who never been in our neck of the woods how things truly are.
Ooh, I believe it. I like it. It's believable. It is believable. Like, you go around and do favors for everybody else. He is Baltimore. I mean... Ooh. Wow, he's gonna win. That's so frustrating, but I like it. Wow. Wow.
I just want to say that despite all the false accusations made against me, the people who I continue to serve have spoken.
What the fuck just happened?
You got fucked. They don't teach that. Here comes the quote.
They don't teach it in law school.
He's a man of the people. I can't hate it. I can't. I can't hate it. Even though he's a scumbag.
It's embarrassing, ain't it?
I can't believe nobody had sense enough to tone this down.
The hype is bad enough, but what gets me is I can't trust the guy. I ain't fucking gets took. Everybody gets took now and then.
I know I did.
It's about not.
Took. Interesting.
And if he'll lie about a correction,
Then will he lie to make a story better than it ought to be?
I keep thinking about that kid in the wheelchair out in front of Oriole Park. One only had a nickname.
EJ or something?
Black kid from the west side, crazy for baseball, basketball, yeah. Football, sure.
Damn. I mean, Scott is a liar. He is a liar.
I really don't.
But he is a liar.
I can't sleep.
Oh. Did you give him your bed? Were you trying to build him a bed? It looked like you were building a cabinet. You scared of the dark or something? What's wrong?
Let's see. Let's say goodnight to everybody. Good night, Moon. You say it.
Good night, Moon.
Here we go. Good night, stars.
Good night, stars.
Good night, Popo.
Good night, Popos.
This is a nice moment.
Good night, Hoppers.
Good night, Hoppers.
Good night, Hustlers.
Good night, Hustlers.
Good night, Scammers.
Good night, Scammers.
This is a nice
Good night
moment.
to everybody.
Good night,
Aww.
everybody.
All right, guys. So that was The Wire season 5, episode 7 of the final season, titled "Took." That was another great episode. So this season's actually pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there was a lot of setup at first within like the first couple episodes, but naturally, it's just me kind of readjusting to the show. So I may have been a little bit soured on certain aspects of the story, just because we have a new change of environment, and that coupled with McNulty's drastic change in character, it was just like not a good mixture for me. It kind of just soured my appreciation of the show, but this has been great. I mean, obviously my emotions have been settled at this point. I'm accepting Jimmy for what he is. He's a piece of shit, but Santa Jimmy's given all the OT to everybody in need, and he's helping everybody out, but on the flip side, Bunk knows it's all based on a lie, and that Jimmy's getting what he wants, and by gaslighting everybody is just pissing everybody off, or pissing Bunk off because he knows the truth. And the fact that he's like went out of his way to literally say, shame on you and Lester. Good for you, Bunk, man. But I can't say I'm like 100% proud of him because he didn't like rat them out or anything, but what's going to happen? Like, what would happen if he did rat them out? Like, no one would believe him at this point. I mean, Lampton would probably be like, Bunk, keep it to yourself because we got the mayor to please, and the mayor's going to be pissed if we tell him that this was all a hoax started by one of our own detectives. Like, Jimmy would fucking hang for this. Maybe not literally, but his career would hang for this. He would hang. He would no longer be a cop of any sort, you know? He would go to jail, prison, probably, along with Lester, who went along with this, and anybody else who, you know, went along with this. The whole department would be looked at like it's like a clown show more so than it is. Daniels would be like disrespected as like the major. I mean, I don't know. Like, he let all this shit happen under his watch. Like, then shit would trickle back up. You know, it'd all go back up the ladder. Like, everyone's gonna have to eat shit for this. It'd be crazy if the truth came out. And it's even crazier on the lie, you know what I mean? So this is a crazy situation that we find ourselves in. But I'm very much entertained with how the story is developing. And I don't know. I mean, I was mad with Jimmy at first, but I'm just accepting it for what it is. I'm just going to let the story, like, in the show just take me where it wants to go. I mean, there's no point in being mad about it. We're already this close to the end. So let's just go on for the ride. As for everything else, the Omar stuff is like really intriguing me now because there's only so long he can like call out Marlo, you know, by taking out his people. He's done this for the past couple of episodes, you know, like trying to get Marlo to come out. Because he doesn't have anybody else, really. And unless, like, someone comes to his rescue, like Slim Charles or Kimmy or maybe Brother Muzan running, I don't think Omar's gonna make it. Like, I don't see there's a scenario where, because he's already injured, right? Like, we saw him like hobbling away after he threatened Michael and them. And the fact that he didn't even recognize Michael, that was a lucky break, but he was still hurt. So if in the next episode he like tries to send a message to Marlo, like, are they gonna keep dragging that out until the finale? Like, no, right? Like it has to be either the next episode or the episode after that we actually get the showdown between him and Marlo. The only thing is, I doubt if Marlo does show up, I doubt he comes along. I guaranteed Chris and Snoop are gonna fucking ambush Omar, and it's gonna be a 3-on-1, and Omar's gonna die. I don't know why I think that. I think that though. Omar's gonna go out. He's gonna get revenge. Maybe he'll take out either one of them, Chris or Snoop, but he's definitely dying. I feel it in my gut. I just feel it in my gut that Omar's gonna die. And that sucks because I really like him as a character, but he's injured. He's running on fumes, basically. This is the end of the season, end of the series, and his storyline is like, it's coming to an end, you know? I don't see what else he can really do other than take out Marlo, but if he does that, but to what end? Because it's just him fighting this war alone. So it is a suicide mission at this point. It's just revenge, you know? And if that revenge means he goes out also, then so be it. That's just the way I think the story's going to go. Of course, I very much could be wrong. In fact, I probably am wrong. You guys are probably angry that I'm even talking like I know what I'm talking about. But, you know, it is what it is. That's just how I feel. It's just what pops into my mind. And the show will just surprise me, I'm sure. But this season's been pretty good. I'm not sure why people think it's weak. I mean, for me, it's the Jimmy stuff that would make it weak, but I've accepted it now. And the story is still good. And the characters are all good. Everything's kind of coming together and paralleling both sides, like the newsroom and the cops, the briefings on both sides when we were cutting back and forth with both set of teams being briefed on the assignment at hand, the homeless killings. It was just a nice parallel to see them side by side, kind of like sharing that same information and getting the same information across to their respective teams. It was just really nice just to see it all kind of like in action, you know? So I really appreciate it. Clay won. I don't know why I didn't expect that to happen. I don't know. I guess I just really thought that with the end of the season, or the end of the series, I gotta keep reminding myself this is the end of the series. I guess with my assumption with the end of the series that all the bad guys were going to be brought down or taken to justice. But it looks as if Clay Davis has won everybody over. His story and his reasonings for why the money wasn't accounted for, why he doesn't, you know what I mean? It makes sense. Like, to him, it makes sense. And obviously the jurors bought it too. I mean, if I'm thinking about it, he has this money, you know, he accepts it, like he was saying, the 20 grand or whatever. And then, you know, someone else comes to him and needs this and needs that. He can do these favors because he has the funds to do it. He has the capital. You know what I mean? So, much like what Jimmy's doing in the fucking office there, Clay can do for everybody else. And it's just the way the game is played. You give some to get some. You know what I mean? So it makes sense. And the fact that his defense was literally sue me for not, you know, demanding a receipt from the people I helped. That's one hell of a defense. You know what I mean? And the fact that it worked, I love it. I personally love it. I don't know what you guys think about that decision, but it was one hell of a moment to see Perlman just walk out along with Bond, just like completely just shell-shocked, stunned, just cannot believe that Clay Davis walked out, hand raised in victory. You know, that was a great moment. I didn't expect that to happen, but it surprised me nonetheless. Gus being pissed that this bullshit story is gaining as much traction as it is, because people have the suspicion that it's bullshit, but what do you do with that? You know, so we'll see what all happens. And I get what Jimmy was talking about in the other episode where he was like, Lester, you're asking for too much. Because even in this episode, Lester's still saying he needs 1 to 2 more weeks. And I'm like, God damn it, motherfucker. You've been saying that for like this whole season. How many weeks do you need? It's been how long already? It's always something else. And I get like why Jimmy is so frustrated, especially when he now sees himself as like Daniels, like being axed from all this stuff and like trying to make miracles appear out of his ass. So it's just crazy, man. I don't know. There's just so much set up right now for the final 3 episodes. Like, is Michael gonna remember what happened with not Michael? Is Omar gonna remember what happened? Is he gonna remember Michael that night that his buddy died? Or what's gonna happen with Michael once Chris and them find out that he was questioned by the police? Because people have been killed for less. Kevin was killed for less, you know what I mean? Even though he technically didn't say anything, the fact that Kevin screwed up by getting someone else involved, that's what got him killed. I mean, Michael, come on, man. This is like you've been targeted, you've been named, and like hand delivered by Carver. Like people know about you. And all this information is going to finally be shared with one another. It's just, I just don't know like how certain characters are going to get out of this. You know what I mean? Like, what is going to happen with Michael? Is Omar going to get to him, or are the police going to get to him? So that's definitely a thread I'm interested in seeing. And will Kima ever put together the kids' furniture? That's also a major plot point. I can't wait to see develop in the next 3 episodes. Will she actually put together whatever she's putting together from IKEA? Will she do it? I need to see that. I need to know. That's one of the biggest plot points that's going on right now. I need to know. All right. And what else is going on here? That is about it. Santa Jimmy, how long can you keep this going until everything's fucked and screwed? I personally want to see Jimmy in cuffs by the end of the series, but I doubt that'll happen. We already got that kind of ending with, I'm not going to spoil anything, but with one of my favorite shows ever recently. But yeah, this is some good shit right here, guys. I can't wait to see what the rest of the series has to offer, but this is a good one. I can't wait to see what happens next. So I think I'm just scanning it there. All right, guys. If you guys enjoyed my review, enjoyed my reaction, you guys want to see this episode with me in its entirety, the options available to you right now over on Patreon. Links are in the description down below or pinned in the top comment. If you can't support me on Patreon, you can always support me right here on YouTube. All you gotta do is like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Now I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll catch you guys next time in the next episode of The Wire, Season 5, Episode 8 of the final season. Until then, adios, guys.
And if you liked what you saw, tell your friends, tell your family, tweet about it. And if you didn't like it, shut the fuck up.